Josiah. Here's my sister, my co-host, Jakayla. Today we're going to be interviewing our daddy, our hero. We're going to be interviewing him as two things: a police officer and a soldier. The first question that I'm going to ask you is, how long have you been working?
I've been working as a police officer for 10 years. I hit my 10-year anniversary in June.
Wow. Do you eat sandwiches?
I do eat sandwiches.
Do you eat do you eat to your desk?
I really don't have a desk. My desk is considered a police vehicle.
Do all police officers have an opportunity to work with the K-9?
They do. It's a procedure with any other position in the police field. In order to be a supervisor, you must apply. Same thing with the K-9 position as a police officer. If the opportunity is available and you're qualified or duly fit for the position, you would have the opportunity to become a K-9 officer.
And I have to ask you another question. I heard that if you want to have a K-9, that you have to go through a 400-hour test.
That depends on the particular department that you're talking about. Each department has their different policies and procedures when it comes to positions, but you do have to have some kind of formal dog training, whether it's through the academy or through a trainer personally coming to your department to train you.
What equipment do you use?
First and foremost, I would say a Glock, a handgun, which is used to protect and serve the community and to keep individuals like yourself out of harm's way.
Can you show us?
I can show you it in my holster, but I won't remove it because that would kind of negate the whole fact of being safe around kids. But I will show it to you in the holster. This is the Glock weapon. It's a 40 Glock. It's used as deadly force. Hopefully I'll never have to use it, but the time permits, I will have to do what I have to do. Next we have OC spray. This is on the force continuum. This is not classified as lethal force, but it is force that goes like after you put hands on, or if the person is not complying with you, you literally shake it, spray it, and it kind of stops your breathing and it takes away your vision, so that way you can't fight against a police officer in any situation.
So is it like pepper spray?
It is like pepper spray, but it's much stronger than pepper spray, and it lasts longer and affects you more than pepper spray. And here I have magazines for my weapon in case if I happen to get into a shootout or a fire, if I need to reload on bullets. I have two right here. Here you have the X2 Taser, which is something that came in law enforcement and became popular around 2005. It operates on volts and amps, and this is also, at the moment, it's not lethal force, but I think at the current moment, Taser is trying to put it on the lethal force continuum as lethal force. But what it does, it uses volts, and it shocks individuals that won't comply or won't follow orders of a police officer. That's an example.
Wow, that's loud.
That's how you test it. And also you have the cartridges right here. I just take them out. These two, this is just one. I have two in here. So that way I can fire this at two individuals standing right beside each other. But it's a 25-foot cartridge, which means I can be 25 feet away from you. And I can use these red beams right here to put them on your body. And these will go exactly where they are on your body. If I spread them out, it's going to spread the same way on your body. And this cartridge has two probes in it. They're like fish hooks. They stick in your clothes. And as long as I pull the trigger, it put electricity to you. So that's that. Here we have a radio, of course. It's used for communication between other police officers and our dispatcher. Flashlight. I don't think I need to touch bases on that. I think we all know what flashlights are used for. To provide more light, right?
Yes.
Here we have handcuffs, which are better known as hand restraints in some cases. I will show you the old traditional key for the handcuffs. This is the old traditional keys that they have been used for years and years. They simply unlock them. But throughout time, the makers of handcuff keys came out with a brighter idea, and now we're going to go with a tactical handcuff key, which gives you more grip. It's bigger, harder to lose. See the difference?
Yes.
Now, back in the day, a lot of inmates in prisons would get these from guards and police officers, and they would be able to hide them in their mouth, the body cavity. You can hide them anywhere. Now, with a tactical cuff key, it's a lot harder to hide this in your mouth or on different parts of your body. So that's another good thing they come in handy for. Get rid of this. And we have a baton. Baton is also non-lethal force. It extends. It's used as, I would say, a weapon against any criminals. What it's used for is to strike with a body shot, preferably right here on the thigh. It is intended to take you off your feet, and rarely used these days, but it's still something that a lot of police officers carry. But most of the time, if you see a police officer using anything, it'll be either his or her hands first, after that, probably the taser, and then OC spray after that. And hopefully you'll never have to see one use his or her weapon. This is also a part of my everyday uniform, just like with a shirt. This is more important than my shirt. And the reason why I'm having it in my hand is because I can't show it to you when I'm wearing it because it goes under my shirt, but this is what you call a bulletproof vest. It will tell you on the inside what type of rounds it protects you from. But normally, when you get a vest, you make sure that it protects against the own weapon that I'm carrying, the 40 Glock. At least it'll protect the 40 Glock, because studies show that 9 times out of 10 when a police officer is killed, he's killed with his own weapon. So that's why they make it protect at least the weapon that you carry. Like I said, it's a part of my everyday uniform. Never go without it, because you never know what'll happen. Who might, take a shot at you? So we deem this as a lifesaver, and it's saved many lives in the law enforcement field.
Daddy, do you like being a police officer?
I do like being a police officer. It's always a saying that once law enforcement gets in your bloodline, it's hard to get it out. And I can attest that it is true.
Do all police officers work out like you do?
It would be a good practice if they all did, but they all don't, due to the fact that we must be somewhat physically fit, and it's not just running or chasing an individual, but you will find out that you will become very tired when you're grabbing someone and struggling with them, maybe trying to get them to the ground to place hand restraints on them. That can wear you out just as much as running down the street.
His second job is a soldier. Left, right, left, right. Daddy, what do you do in the military?
In the military, I am a petroleum supply specialist, better classified as MOS 92 Foxtrot. It's pretty much refueling aircraft, military motor vehicles, and that's pretty much what I do. We have what's called JP8, which is jet fuel, and we also store and carry diesel fuel, which is pretty much used for the vehicles in the military.
Do you have a lot of vehicles that you have to use?
We do. We have what's called a tanker, and this holds the fuel, 2,500 gallons of fuel in it. We also, most commonly used vehicle is probably a Humvee. And we have a lot of more vehicles that we use as well.
Do you get scared when you drive a Humvee that has a lot of gas in it?
No, I don't get scared.
Daddy, do you like being a soldier?
I do enjoy being a soldier. It gives me another way to reach out and help in the community as far as showing that we care.
Do you enjoy PT?
I do enjoy PT. Sometimes I may have too much of it when it's dealing with the sergeants and the upper echelon in the military, but they feel like we don't have enough. But sometimes it gets a little difficult when you maybe go 2 hours at a time in PT sessions.
Do all Army people or soldiers have an opportunity to work with the K-9 too?
In the beginning, you would have the opportunity. Depends on your MOS or your job qualification or description. There is an MOS for military police, and if you don't have that MOS, you won't get an opportunity to work with the K-9. So that has to be something that you decide in the beginning when you first enlist into the military. Or you can always go back and change your MOS at a later time, but you would be required to go back to that specific AIT school to finish that new job classification that you're moving to.
Would you want to work with the K-9?
I would say not, because I work with the K-9s enough in law enforcement, so I'll take a break from that in the military.
Daddy, thank you for coming on this show and talking with us. Thank you for serving our country, our community, our family, other families. And thank you.
Thank you, host, for allowing me to interview on your show. And thank you as well, co-host. I really enjoyed it. Had a good time.
Thank you for tuning in to Talk It Up on JoJo's Personality TV.